So you're thinking of moving to Columbia, South Carolina, or any of its surrounding areas, such as Irmo, South Carolina, which coincidentally is where I live and what we're going to be talking about today. Well, you've came to the right place if you're looking for that. My name's Chad, and this is my channel where we talk about things a little bit differently. It's not your typical scripted out video. I do have an outline I work with, but it's not your typical scripted out video. It is unscripted, down to earth, no nonsense, just me sitting across from you talking about real estate like we're sitting across the table. It works out perfectly. I've lived in Columbia pretty much most of my life, 50 plus years. And then, of course, in my 20 plus years, I was in West Columbia, etc. And so I know the place better than most. In this video, we're actually going to be going over. So the last two videos we've done have been the vlog, which I took you all around Irmo and showed you a lot of actual footage, gave you a lot of the history of it, everything. Then pros and cons of moving to Irmo. I did that video afterwards. Now the map video, what it does is it brings it all together, and we are actually going to go inside the computer into Google Maps, and I'm going to be able to show you everything I've been talking about the entire time about Irmo, show you ways around traffic, where they're coming, what they're doing to I-26 right now, where the good areas are, etc. That's what we're going to be talking about more today. And if you stick around to the end, as always, I give little facts about myself and things that I've done here in Irmo, as well as give you a real estate tip at the end. This one's very important, especially for buyers and sellers, buyers in particular on agency, because there's been some new rules, etc. And we'll talk about that at the end. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, you want to know everything there is to know about living in Columbia, South Carolina, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, and you can be the first one to find out all the current market and information here in Columbia, South Carolina. As I said before, my name's Chad, and I get to hear from people just like you every single day. The more people I hear from, the more relationships I get to build. As you can tell, I'm a talkative person. I love talking to people. I love building new friendships. And on top of that, I get to do it and help people make some of the most important decisions of their life when it comes to buying or selling a house. And it's my job. I take it very seriously, but I also enjoy it very much so as well. So whether you're moving here in 7 days, 70 days, or even within the next year, go ahead, give me a call, text, email, whichever's more comfortable for you. It will be me answering that call each time you get me on the phone. Or better yet, even go to my calendar. You can click on the link in my banner or the QR code and go ahead and set up a 30 to 45 minute Zoom call with me. There's so much more you can do. I can share my screen with you. There's so much more you can do as far as making it personalized for you. People are amazed the kind of searches I can do within MLS that are so much better than Zillow. They're so much better than Realtor, Homes, all of that. And it gives you emails and helps you find a house even quicker than what you would think. All of our contact information is in the description below. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video, go into the computer and get you going on a map. Okay, now to start the whole thing off, let's go ahead and pull up just Irmo, South Carolina. Again, the population is about 12,300 people, a little different than if you pulled up the Irmo zip code, which goes way beyond that as well. In 29063, it pulls up close to 55, 60,000 people when you pull up population within zip code. But this is the Irmo town limits. I do not even live in Irmo zip code or Irmo town limits, but it is considered Irmo area. You're talking about it goes all the way up here toward Ballantyne Peak exit. You can see these lines, and it comes straight down 26. So you go down St. Andrews there, then come back up close to the lake. As you can see, this is the Irmo Dam down here. This is the Irmo side of the dam, and it goes all the way across on number 6 to the Lexington side. Now, like I said, even where I live, it's probably right in here somewhere. And it is by all means considered Irmo. I mean, even people who graduate come all the way through Irmo Elementary, Irmo Middle, all the way up into Irmo High School, which coincidentally, again, Irmo High School is in 29212. It's not even in zip code 29063, which is Irmo. There's so many places that are considered Irmo, but they are not in Irmo Town limit. This, to give you an example, so this goes all the way down St. Andrews Road, which is going down this way. Now, one of the things when we were talking about the history of Irmo, we said, of course, the dam goes down through here. That was built in 1927 to 1930. Then I-26, you can see coming all the way through here. You can see where Irmo is, and it goes just along the side. So everything, when it comes to location, you can take 26 from my house. From here, you can get to downtown Columbia in 20 minutes. Now, depending on traffic, if you're going in the morning, it's going to be a little bit differently, or if you're coming back in 5 o'clock traffic, but on a good day. And when I say traffic, it's not Atlanta, New York, Texas, California traffic. And I can even, I will at the end of this video, toward the end, the last thing I'm going to show you is traffic and how to get around some of this stuff and what they're doing to do things like to make it better. Now, it was in the late 1950s that they built I-26 coming up through here. They're doing a lot of construction on 26 right now also, but you can get just about anywhere, even if you're all the way up in here in Irmo and Chapin, Ballantyne's through here. Yeah, see, you can even go White Rock, Chapin. You're still, even in Chapin, you're 30 minutes out, 30 minutes from downtown. It's not bad at all. And there's loads of places that come in through here that hit the lake in Chapin. There's some beautiful areas on the lake through a lot of this. Let's go in and just say all of Irmo, it says Lexington School District 5, but it is actually Lexington Richland School District 5. This goes all the way, you can see here. So it goes all the way up to Peak Exit, all the way around. It almost has I-26 as the center of its district. Cutting. It includes Chapin. It includes, this is one of the big reasons many people move to Irmo, Chapin, Ballantyne, all through this area. This is one of the big reasons they come. Lexington Richland District 5 is considered the second best schools in the entire state. The second best school district in the entire state, the top being up toward the Mill Rock Hill area. And Lexington 1, a lot of people have asked me that too, because a lot of people do like moving to Lexington as well. Lexington District 1 is the 5th best school. Now, all of those schools have a rating with niche.com. The ones actually in Rock Hill, Fort Mill, be honest with you, those have an A+ rating. One of the only districts in our entire state that has an A+ rating through niche.com. Now, remember I told you too, Lexington Richland School District 5, because parts of Lexington County and parts of Richland County are in it. Richland County, you pull that out, it comes all the way out here to where I am at Congaree National Park. We went through that in my Southeast video, all the way down up to Pontiac, Blythewood, Northeast Columbia, all the way into downtown Columbia, and then it cuts, as you can see here. You've got Lake Murray down here, so this is 26 going this way. This is Broad River Road where Harbison Forest was, going that way, 176. But you've got 26, and it intersects it right here at Richland County in what you're pretty much in there. Now let's go to Lexington County, southwestern. It comes, you can see the lines here, it comes through Irmo too. And even if you pull all the way up Harbison Boulevard, something I'm going to show you here in just a second as well. This is Harbison Boulevard. Now, the mall that we talked about so many times, remember I said there's Lowe's, you've got Harbison Trail, Home Depot. Here's Columbiana Centre, the mall. So you've got Dillard's, See how it cuts through all of this, the entire bit of the mall. Belk's, Dave and Buster's, you can see some of these, Lynn's Crafters. All of that is in Lexington County. And then you got the little bit of Dillon's here. That's right there in Richland County. And considering that they're hooked together, I'm sure that makes it real weird for the state, postal, all that stuff. Just a load of fun when it comes to that. Now that we're on Harbison, let's go ahead and show you some stuff on Harbison. We're going to start at this end. This is Harbison Lake here. My son lives here in this Harbison area. He's somewhere over in there somewhere. Oops, that was a little harsh. This is Harbison Lake that it's around. This is it's about a mile around it that you can do some walking, different things like that. I'll use some of this. You can see it here. It's really pretty. Pretty area. Beautiful lake. It's got playgrounds wrapped around it as well. There's all kinds of walking trails, not only around this, but Harbison has trails all through Harbison. A lot of people use those trails. They'll park in different places, especially during Christmas traffic, and use those trails so they don't have to take so much time getting out. This is Harbison Boulevard, where everything is. I mean, people from all over Columbia, even all the way as high as Blythewood in the northeast area, will come here. Now, a lot of them, they have Clemson Road over there. I did that in my northeast video. You can see over off of Clemson, Hardscrabble, all that area, they have Sandhills Mall, but it's not an indoor mall. You know, it's got just as much stuff. It's a regular community. Go in, check that video of mine out in the northeast area in the vlog. Again, there's all kinds of houses through here, but you've got Lowe's here at the end of it. You've got Home Depot on the other end. And this is on the right side of I-26 coming through here. During Christmas time, where you wrap around off of 26 and get in, this can get highly congested and be backed up all the way down here. There are two other ways to get to Harbison Boulevard. One of them is on Piney Grove Road. A lot of people will get off on Piney Grove Road instead. They'll get off here on Piney Grove Road. They'll come down and they take a right here on Bower Parkway. Now, when they first started doing this, if you look at my Irmo video now, this is Columbiana Grand, the movie theater that I was talking at the very end of the video. That's where I was right there. Harbison's right up here, but many people will come right here. Now, honestly, during Christmas, when Harbison was first getting going, nobody knew about that. It was golden. Now, since during Christmas time, during a lot of the busier shopping times of the year, this stays pretty packed through there. So, you know, it can stay backed up all the way through there. Because also you have Costco over here. And then when you're going through, you also have Sam's over here as well. That's right in here. So we have Sam's and Costco. The third way you can get on Harbison is to come from St. Andrews. This to me is the best way. You can come through here and come from St. Andrews, go up a different exit, come in at St. Andrews, and it's not near as bad going this way. Now, when you get up to here, like Irmo High School's right here, this can get a little congested in here during heavy times coming back out to St. Andrews. But going in, especially if you're just going to Publix here, TJ Maxx, you've got Target over here, Shoals is in the corner, definitely coming off St. Andrews Road, and it's not near as crowded when it comes in. Coincidentally, here's Longhorn Steakhouse. It's the best Longhorn Steakhouse in all of South Carolina. I'm a little partial. I do have a son that works there as well. They do more business than any, even the one at Myrtle Beach. They do more business, and you can see they do have great steaks, great food as well. Now, BJ's across the street is the only one in South Carolina, and BJ's has got TVs. If you want that sports pub atmosphere, it is incredible. They've got great food, and they have TVs everywhere. So going down, you've got Harbison Court. Now there's a lot in Harbison Court. You've got Planet Fitness on this end, but where Olive Garden is here, Olive Garden's great, but all through here, you come across the road here as you're coming in. There's a light right here. This is Outback right here. This is another just retail store, but there are some great stores through here. Matter of fact, one of my favorite stores, Marshall's, has incredible deals. Nordstrom Rack, handpicked. Now, if you see what I'm looking at here, when you come in to park, all this is parking all through here. There are only 2 ways for this place here. Places like that, there are no little ways out, so it can get very congested. This is one where I would almost, you can come, so if you see Rush's here, Sonic, 2 great fast food places. Again, Columbiana Centre is the mall, and you can see just all the, it's your typical, as you go through, this is your typical mall atmosphere. This is in the very center of the mall. You're looking one way to the food court, looking another way down. There's Finish Line there. I do recognize that as well. And this is probably the most popular mall in Columbia that a lot of people go to. It's got Belk's, it's got Dillard's, it's got JCPenney's. You can see here too, it's got Build-A-Bear. They have that in there. Victoria's Secret, Bed, all your typical mall type. Again, just a lot in there. And during Christmas time, this is where they set up. It is right there in front of Belk's. You can see Reed's Jewelers over there as well. They've got Zell's Jewelers. This is the way the whole Christmas, the whole mall thing, just, it's almost tradition. You've got to go to the mall when it comes to Christmas. So, all right, let's pull back. The very first park that I started in over here is Irmo Town Park. If you go to my Irmo blog, you can see that. It's a beautiful park and known for those cherry blossoms, etc. And that was the gazebo that I was in right there when I was giving the introductions. Here's your cherry blossoms that you're looking at as well, with those Yoshino trees that are in the park. And they do that whole festival during that time. It's got so many good parks. Now we go across the street to Lake Murray Boulevard, and we're going to go to Irmo Town Park. Moore Park. Here we go, up here. So you get into it, you're coming here at 360, and you take it back here. And this is Moore Park here. You can see it's got the amphitheater there, and this is where the Irmo Orchestra is. It's the small pond. All of this is in my Irmo vlog as well. You can just see it. This is where they have a lot of the, all the way from rides and different things. You've got the amphitheater, which is right here. It says Moore Park over the top of it. There you go, Palmetto Health Amphitheater. And now it actually says Moore up there as well, being it was renamed after Jake Moore this past July in 24. 3 different playgrounds out there, picnic tables everywhere. Here we go. This is part of the Irmo Orchestra. A lot that you can do there. Seven Oaks Park. So what you'll do here is you go up St. Andrews Road until you get to Piney Grove. Here's St. Andrews. And you can take right here where it intersects, it goes Old Bush River. The dump is down here. We're going to go to Saluda Shoals Park in just a minute. I'm going to Seven Oaks first. And Seven Oaks is right here. So what you do is you go up here to Piney Grove. You can take here Leisure Lane. Seven Oaks is right there. But also part of Seven Oaks is all these fields over here as well. This is part of Seven Oaks. They have huge football, soccer fields, all of that over there. Let's see if it's got any pictures of these in here. So this is where I do a lot of, I'll run and work out over here. They've got multiple baseball fields down through here. This is one of them. Then you've got so one baseball field here. You've got a football field here. There is a disc golf coming all through the woods here going around. And there's also about a 3/4 mile walking trail all the way around that entire thing. It's a whole complex as far as the gymnasium. They've got basketball. They have after school care there. They have so many different projects. They do have a workout facility in there as well if you're part of the Seven Oaks Rec Center. And you can see it's just a beautiful complex out there. Now, and talking about my pros and cons, you see this is beautiful. And we have some gorgeous sunsets over the lake everywhere. But chances are it's very humid out there too, especially in the summer. Now, Saluda Shoals, let's go back over here. Where I told you, you go down this way, down Bushwick Road, and you're going to get over here to Saluda Shoals Park. You can go kayaking. It's got Saluda Shoals, a lot colder, more cold river coming through before it joins the Broad River and becomes the Congaree. A lot of people do some good trout fishing in there as well. But this park is about 200-300 acres of just beautiful. They've got splash pads over here. You can see playgrounds. Now, those are the tennis courts from across the street of Seven Oaks Park. So those coincide with Saluda Shoals as well. They do a big drive-through, Christmas lights, Saluda Shoals, and you can drive through. It stays backed up all the time. Matter of fact, when I'm running and doing a good bit of cardio exercise, I did get kicked out one time, but I'll run through Saluda Shoals. These are some of the different stations which you can rent. They also have an indoor facility that has a lot of history and stuff in it too, which is part of this. They've had it to where you can rent those out. We've had end of the year parties there. So that's Saluda Shoals. And there are a number of other parks I actually talk about too. You've got Friars Gate Park. You've got that I had on my blog as well. All baseball fields out there, Little League Baseball. You've got Harbison Forest, which I've done a number of videos on. I run out there a good bit when I'm training for Spartan. You've got a lot of different gyms. I'm part of you've got Planet Fitnesses everywhere. There's one on Harbison. There's the YMCA. There is, let's see. So off of Kennerly, if you go back here to 26, everything's grounded in 26. Get off on Lake Murray Boulevard here. You can go across Kennerly Road here to Kennerly Road. So as you go up Kennerly Road here, this is all the Y. So you've got different parks up here. They have huge pool. You can see your photos there. Indoors, see there's your outdoor fields, the facilities. They've got all kinds of neat things out there at the Y. And the workout facility in there. I just went up there to give blood not too long ago. Great park. A lot of people are members there. And if you keep going down Kennerly Road on my blog, I went through River Shoals, a neighborhood. That's on down past Dutch Fork High School. Dutch Fork High School's off Kennerly and Old Tama. Then you also have Ascot is off Kennerly Road. There's a lot off Kennerly Road that I did in going through there. This is the roundabout here, and Ascot's down this way. So just a lot of area that way as well. Entertainment, right in. Well, here's Stars and Stripes off of Lake Murray Boulevard. And this has, you can see here, it's huge. Bowling alley. They've got games. They've got everything you could want through here. But then that is the same thing that Dave & Buster's has as well. You can go over here to the mall. Let's go down here. You got Columbiana Centre. Dave & Buster's is right there at the mall. So it's very similar to Stars and Stripes without the bowling. Same thing, you can do birthday parties. See right here at the mall. Arcade, drink, food. Many people go there to have their birthday parties. And then one of my favorite places is, so if you're here on Harbison, you come across You come here and come down. It's almost like a little frontage road. Love Chevrolet. That's where I got one of my cars. When I had my Avalanche, that's where I bought it. But you come up here to Frankie's Fun Park. Now, this is Frankie's that I was telling you about. What I love about Frankie's is you can see it's got this is not where you can go swim. This is boats, but they've got batting cages. They've got laser tag. They've got video games. You've got the batting cages here. You've got rides. They've got go-karts on this side and bigger go-karts on this side. They've got all kinds of facilities out here. Plus, what I personally enjoy is all this over here is putt-putt. And they've got 3 different 18-hole courses. Played a little putt-putt there. Frankie's Fun Park. This is all the and there's the pool that you saw. It's bumper boats. It is not something that you can go swimming in. It looks like Rainbow Row in Charleston, but it is actually for putt-putt. Here's all your go-karts. They have a drop tower. Just a fun time. I used to take my kids here. It's one of those big mazes that they can go up. You know how kids are. They make friends with whoever. It doesn't matter. Whoever's up there, they'll play with them. So you got to love that too. Now, when talking about traffic, which is the next thing I was going to show you a lot. So Irmo traffic and 5 o'clock traffic coming home, I-26 traffic, Lakeland Boulevard, many times. So if you're coming home and it's the tough day, 5 o'clock coming home, you get off on Lake Murray Boulevard and you're coming like I do, it gets backed up like crazy right here. Now, when I say backed up, you might sit there 5-10 minutes going through some lights. It's not as bad as what people think, but 26 can get backed up at Malfunction Junction coming in. Now, Malfunction Junction is where I-26 crosses I-20. All this area right here. It is in the process of being totally redone right now, and they're making it more smooth as it goes through. Now, when you're coming home from, say, downtown, and you're coming in from here, yes, 26 can get backed up big time. If you're coming from downtown, the way to avoid that traffic that I have found, first off, you're going into town. So let's say you're coming from this way and you're going to downtown. Well, right here at Malfunction Junction, it gets between St. Andrews and here. There's 4 lanes on each side. It gets a cluster right here. I mean, it gets bad. People are coming on to 26 from 20. People are coming off. This whole thing right here is what they are redoing and trying to get done better. But if you're going downtown, or you're even going out toward Charleston, like toward Lexington Medical Center, stay in the left 2 lanes. All those people are trying to get on 26 from 20 and get on 20 from 26. And they're all clustered in those right 2 lanes. As you're coming down here, through here, stay in these left 2 lanes and you'll go right by, blow by everybody. And you will, then it splits off up here and goes downtown this way, or you can go toward Charleston this way. And by the time you get past all this mess up here, it gets better through here. And so, but stay in those left 2 lanes. That's the way to do it. Now, if you're coming back from downtown and you're coming this way from downtown, where you want to get off is on Colonial Drive. What you're looking to do is there is a frontage road called Bush River Road. So instead of having to go all the way down 26 here, you're going to look to go toward Colonial Drive. So when you get in here, let's see if I can map it out here in the new way that they have it. So when you're coming from 26, you go this way and it takes you off onto Colonial Drive here. Now, when you get to here, you get here to Bush River Road. And so you're coming off Colonial Drive. You take Bush River Road across. You keep coming all the way down. You will cross I-20 up here. Stay in your right lanes. Stay in your right lane. You will pass I-20. Then you're going to get into some of these neighborhoods. Now, it's only a 2-lane road, but as you get one lane going one way, one lane going the other, but you go all the way through and just keep on rolling. And it takes you straight past all that traffic on the St. Andrews Road. Then you take St. Andrews Road up near Seven Oaks. You're passing up there, and you can go straight into Irmo that way, or go Old Bush River Road like you're going to the dam. And that's the easiest way to get in. Coincidentally, there's some beautiful old houses right here in Whitehall that go straight up Piney Grove Road. They're older houses. They've got bigger lots on them. There are a lot of people redoing them. It's just some beautiful houses up there. I am in real estate. Again, I can tell you exactly where it all is. Now let's double check the list one more time, but I think we're about done. Again, if you know your way around, it's not near as bad traffic-wise as a lot of people say. Even during Christmas, I can get in and out of Harbison quicker than most. I am a real estate agent. I help people buy houses, which you've got to set up an appointment with me so I can help you out. We can customize a plan for you. But in doing all that and saying all that, my job doesn't end when we close the house. People call me all the time to get contractors, to use contractors, to what they're doing with their houses, to just for little things like how to get around traffic and stuff. People are always giving me a call. So you can call me for anything. Even if I don't help you buy a house, the only places I really did not go over is where a lot of the homes are. As far as going up 26, where we talked about, you've got Lexington County, District 5 here, up 76 going toward Chapin, going toward White Rock. You've got houses all through this area, and all of this is still considered Irmo in here. Going up Kennerly Road, some beautiful houses. You can see right here, there's the River Shoals by Stanley Martin. You've got Ashford that's over there. There's a RV park. That's actually a nice RV park over there as well. But there's where a lot of your houses are. Even Ashford is just down the road from Dutch Fork High School as well. Let's go ahead. I did want to share with you a little bit about, again, real estate. Me, agency. After this whole thing with NAR, National Association of Realtors, which some people will tell you they are not a realtor, so they don't have to abide by those rules. Quit using our forms. I pay about $550, $600 a year to be part of the National Association of Realtors, and they do so much. Yes, this whole lawsuit that we just went through and everything, it was a bunch of junk. They settled. But overall, it was better for realtors in general and better for the public, better for the buyers, better in how we do things. South Carolina was one of 15 states, 15 out of 50, that even did hire agency before this whole settlement. So when the settlement came, the only difference was we didn't advertise what the seller would pay for commission on the multiple listing service. You would have to call and ask if the seller was doing it, but the seller is still paying just as much, if not even more, toward a buyer's agent and helping them out. It's just now you have to sign something up front. So to work with a buyer, you come to me, you call me, you text me, you email me, you set up a Zoom call. We've got to get paperwork straight. There's two things with buyer agency that you've got to do before we start looking. One is you have to sign buyer agency with, if not with me, with somebody. Because to show a house, unless you're going to see an open house, you now have to have agency. You could just sign a disclosure of brokerage, but no agent would do that, because in signing just brokerage, which basically tells you by law, we have told you about agency and explained to you what a customer versus agent is, etc. If you just sign that and I go show you houses, you don't owe me anything. Even if the buyer's not doing it, you don't owe me anything. You would be crazy not to have somebody sign agency with you now, because I want to make sure that I'm getting paid. Also, my typical, I don't charge any more than the average person. I charge a typical 3%. But anything's negotiable. You can talk about that. But if you want to go see houses, I set you up on an MLS search and you want to go check out a house, you have to have an agent get you in that house, unless the seller himself is letting you in. But if the seller has a seller's agent, then for you to come, you've got to have an agent to pop that lockbox to get you in. And if you have a good agent, get on a Zoom call. Even if you're out of town, get on a Zoom call so you can interact and see this person. And I would love to be the one that you do trust. Again, Irmo is probably my favorite place. It's where I've been 20 plus years. Is Central, Rec Center, Lake Murray, working out, shopping at Harbison, school districts, best in the state. And to the next one is going to be Chapin. We're going to do an all-inclusive video, just like we did with the Southeastern video, which I've got a ton of views on. A lot of people really liked that video and how I did it. Chapin's a little smaller town. We're going to do the exact same thing of the next one. So until the next time, let's go ahead.